Hello, hello, welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. I am Nina and I'm here to do your pick a card reading for today, which is going to be all about what does Spirit have to tell you today. Now you can see that this has been filmed in October and it's close to Halloween. So it's a Halloweeny theme today, but whenever you found it, it was meant for you because this is a timeless reading. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest, please. I will list timestamps below for each reading and also all the cards I use. If you like what I do, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Now we have 3 piles to choose from today, pile number 1, 2 and 3, and I have put 3 different pumpkins on there and also 3 different moon magic cards. So I'm going to hold those up for you so you get a little bit closer look, so that might help you to pick your pile. Okay, so pile number 1 here has kind of a pumpkin with a little winky winky on it. Wink wink. And also the card here, as you can see, is a moon with a Leo on it, a lion. Now for pile number 2, we have a pumpkin that looks a little bit like a minion. A funny thing there. And then the card from the moon magic is an all-seeing eye together with the moon. Now on pile number 3, we have a funny looking, maybe a nerdy pumpkin with a bow tie. So that's your pick for number 3, and also a card of the moon and a little bit of the universe kind of here. So that is your 3 choices. So ask your angels and guides to guide you to pick your pile. Pause the video if you need more time and I'll be back in a moment and I'll start with number 1. Okay, so removing number 3 and number 2. So we can start with you, number 1. Okay, number 1, so if you picked this winky looking pumpkin, then this is a reading for you. This has been made by my boyfriend. He carves out stuff and he makes his very creative, so it will be part of your reading. I'll put it over here. Now, we will save this moon card for last, so I'll put that up here with my little skull with the tiara on it, and we are going to look at your cards. What does the spirit world have to tell you today, number 1? Let's see. You got jack-o'-lantern, protection, and throne. Your potential is endless. Wow, beautiful. And you got strength and resilience. Okay, someone needs to stand their ground here. You got black cat, independence. You also got lemon, bitterness. You got healing. You also got a long journey brings rewards. And time is of the essence. Okay, I want to rearrange these cards a little bit and give me just a little second to sink into the energies of the cards, okay? Okay. Okay, so with the lemon card, that's kind of the first card that I get drawn to, number 1, bitterness and lemon. Okay, so for some of you, there might have been bitterness from somebody else towards you, or there might be you feel bitter about something that has happened. But as the saying says, you know how to make lemonade out of lemons, right? So it's a matter of shifting perspective. It's a matter of looking upon that as something different, looking upon it as something you could grow from, something that was needed in your life, okay, to show you something, to teach you something, okay? So you kind of have to adjust it to where you are, of course, but I do feel like since this card comes up, that it's either you who feel the bitterness or somebody else who feels the bitterness towards you, okay? There might also be envy in this card, just to have that said, okay? It is also a card of independence. I'm just going to remove that a little bit. The card of independence, and that tells me several things. It tells me, number 1, maybe you need some alone time. Maybe you need, as the cat does, to just chill. Very good at chilling, cats. I have one, I know. And maybe you just need to do stuff alone for a little bit, is what I feel. So independence, either it can be a work situation where you feel like you have to do stuff alone, or maybe you're invited to do stuff alone. Maybe you're not supposed to work together with people right now. Maybe you're supposed to do something on your own, okay? So it can be a work situation, but it can also be in relationships, okay? Maybe you should spend some more time alone. Maybe you should, you know, for some of you, I'm hearing regarding a move that maybe you should move out, move on your own. That was significant for some of you. So there is something about breaking free from somebody or something and kind of going the distance alone here for a while at least, okay? So that's kind of what I feel about that. And that might have something to do with the bitterness card here. So there might be a connection there between the two. That because of the bitterness, because of a bitter situation, kind of a situation that kind of tastes sour, tastes bad, and then you choose to kind of move away from it and just go the distance yourself. And there is healing in that, you see, is what I feel. And so it also says here that your potential is endless. So that for me tells me that you yourself have the skills, you yourself have what it takes, and you don't need anybody else, okay? So that's kind of something I want maybe to put next to that card right there. You also have protection card here, and that tells me that you are protected. So if somebody was asking that question, if somebody needed to know, then that's your answer. But there is healing needed here. So open up for that. Open up for the angels maybe to come in and help you here. Strength and resilience. So resilience and standing strong in your own power is important here. And so I want to move that over here, because I feel like that has something to do with the situation over here. Okay. You have the potential, you have the skill set, you know what to do, you know what's best for you. Stand strong in your own conviction here. Stand strong in your own power. Go the distance alone if you need to, and don't succumb to bitterness either from yourself or from others. Okay, so that was kind of wrapping those up a little bit. But I do see the healing card here, so there is definitely healing needed. Now the hourglass, time is of the essence. Okay. So for me, that is more a message that it's time. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move away from this bitterness or from this situation. And you also got the stars. A long journey brings reward. So for me, I feel like that has to do with the resilience here. So keep on going. Keep your eye on the ball. Keep moving towards what you want, and you will be rewarded. It's kind of what I feel that says. Now I have two tarot cards here as well. You got the Emperor, Sovereignty, and you got Knight of Cups, Empathy. Okay, so there's a love and connection here that wants to come in. Okay, the Knight is someone who comes in with an offer. He is someone who comes in and wants something. He is someone that comes in and wants to give something. So it's an offer of love, because Cups is water element and love. So I do have a feeling that either if it's a love relationship, or if it's a friendship, or if it's family, or if it's a work relationship, at least there is someone coming in with care for you, with love for you, that wants the best for you. There's also the Emperor here, which is sovereignty. And I do feel it's an invitation again to step into your power and to know that you have the skill set, that you are good at what you do here. Okay. Now, I have all these different tarot cards around me, and I want to choose one of them. So in order to do that, I think I need, let's see, don't I have a dice somewhere here? Sorry that I didn't prepare that, but I want to use a dice because there are 6 different piles to choose from. There it is. And so I'm going to roll the dice, and we're going to choose which tarot deck we are going to use. So I'm just going to open deck number 6 because I see that hasn't been opened. I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be prepared, but what do you know? Mercury retrograde and all. Okay, so let's look at it. So this is going to go away for now. And I'm going to put the Haunted House Tarot as number 4 up there. Okay, so let's do this and let's look at it. So, okay, so I have over here, it's 3 piles on that side, and over here are 3 piles. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So where it lands is the pile I'm going to use for you. 3, 1, 2, 3. So you got the Dark Mansion Tarot, okay? So that's the one I'm going to use today to kind of get into more information regarding your situation. What does Spirit have to tell you today? Okay? It's just a different, fun way to do it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Don't you love my skull with the tiara on it? I just love that one. Had to have that as a decoration. Oh, things are just popping out here. A bit many cards, but there was one that popped right out here, and I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take this one. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Number 1. Are you connected with Spirit or what? Okay. So the High Priestess and the Hierophant, that tells me that you are somebody who is very connected to your intuition, your soul, your spirit, your higher self. Or they are inviting you to, because this is someone who is very much in contact with their spiritual journey. So with that, I would say, are you working on your spiritual growth? Are you expanding? Are you that might have to do with this independence thing here. Maybe there's something you're supposed to go ahead and do on your own when it comes to a spiritual practice, maybe. Strengthen your resilience. There might be some envy towards you. Maybe you have a gift that somebody is envious of, you know. And if you are not someone who is interested in working with the spiritual realm, then at least I have to tell you that you are very connected, okay? Whether you know it or not. So that might be something for you to look at. So with this, I feel an invitation to continue your spiritual growth here, okay? Continue moving forward with it, because you have a very good connection, okay? So that's definitely a message for you, number 1. Okay, let's pull some antiquities of magic cards before we are going to do something fun. There's a reason why these dices are over here. Okay, let's see. You got the sunflower. Okay, so that for me tells me that things are going to work out fine. Okay, so this situation then, I feel like it's a temporary situation. I feel like you will figure that one out. You are the emperor here, so you are sovereign. So if you stand in your power here and stand your ground, I do feel like this situation will be resolved, okay? It might just be that what they need is some clear guidance from you. They need something explained in a certain way, okay? And you also got a lizard. Okay, for me, that's very spiritual. That's a very spiritual little being there. And yeah. Okay. I also see, okay, this is a fun story I have to tell you, because something happened to me. I was traveling around the world once, and when I was, we stopped in Bali. We were living at a hotel on this very strange room, and there was a little lizard sitting on, or gecko, I think they're called as well, sitting on the wall, and I could swear that it was talking. It was making some sort of very strange noise, and the woman I was traveling with, she was laughing and laughing because she couldn't hear anything. But I was insisting that it was talking to me. So I got a picture in my head of the lizard sitting next to your ear. So that tells me that you might be clairaudient, okay? A long explanation to something that simple. But yeah, you might be clairaudient. You might want to look into that, because I feel like this is very spiritual, and then gave me that image, so that means something, okay? And you also got underneath the deck here the butterfly, which is huge transformation. So I do feel like something is definitely happening with your spiritual journey here, number 1. Now, these dices are really fun. They're kind of Halloween-y dices. So I'm just going to throw the dice, so you'll get 5 images out of these dice, and we'll talk about them, okay? It's kind of instead of the charms today. Okay, so you got a frog here. Now, there might be that there is somebody here that you have not considered to be a suitor for you, but it's kind of an image where you kiss the frog and all of a sudden it turns into a prince. So there might actually be a frog around you that needs some kissing, and then all of a sudden that will turn out to be someone that you might be interested in if you're not already in the relationship. If this can also be friendship though. So mind you, it can be that there is somebody you haven't really seen as being someone you resonate with, but all of a sudden you get in a situation and boom, wow, I love that person, you know. So there is something new coming in here is what I feel. You got the sword. Now for me that's the sword of truth, and as I said earlier, there might be a situation here where somebody needs you to explain things in a certain manner. They need you to kind of put things into perspective and explain it thoroughly, stand in your power and speak your truth, right? There's a mirror here. So for me, that's also to remember that the other person is you, and to remember also that very often, without us thinking about it, we mirror other people's way of behavior, and they do the same. So just be aware of that as a fact, okay? There's a mouse here. So there might be a mice in the kitchen here. There might be somebody who is, as I said, there's bitterness. There's something kind of under the surface here that's not come forward yet. So I would say with that, just be aware of it, that there might be somebody maybe nagging on something that's yours, taking something that's yours, being envious or wanting something that's yours, okay? So just have that said. You also got a knight that's coming in. And again, I have the Knight of Cups here. So I do feel like there is a love connection coming towards you. And if you are already in a love relationship, I would say that this is a message of rekindling that relationship. That there is something nice and prosperous that's going to happen in the near future that's going to rekindle the relationship, okay? So let's look at the last card now. You picked this one. So let's see what that says for you, number one. I am courageous and powerful. Wow. Oh, okay, that's a beautiful message, and that really goes together with what I said all along. You need to stand in your power and tell the truth in this situation, and know that you are capable, you are beautiful. But there was also a card of healing here. Remember that. It might need some healing on your part. Set aside the time, as the cat does, you know, to be alone and to fill up with energy. Make sure that you have enough energy, not giving too much out. Strength and resilience, right? You stand in your power, you're the emperor, and a long journey will bring rewards. And you got the sunflower here as well, okay? So that's pretty much all I had for you, number one. I hope you appreciated this fun little Halloween-y reading, and I wish you the very best until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, so I have to remove all of these cards here. Those can go up there, and then we have to go to number two. Just have to find the right cards here. There, okay. Okay, number two, so if you pick this minion looking little pumpkin that my boyfriend has carved out and made, then this is a reading for you. I'll put it over here so it'll be part of your reading. Now, this card that you picked, we will look at last, so we'll put that over here. Now we're going to look at all the cards first, and then we have some fun stuff with some dices, and we're going to pick your extra tarot pile with the dice today, and lots of fun stuff. So let's look at it. Okay, let's start. You got skeleton, strength. Ooh, beautiful. Morning, the world awaits you. Wow. Imagine and envision. Okay. And you also got closure. Okay. Something is coming to an end here. You also got chili pepper. Ferocity. Woo. And crab. Retreat. Okay. And this is the sun. Your perseverance is rewarded. Beautiful. The black cat. Your luck will soon change. Okay, now this is very good. I must say, very interesting. Very interesting cards indeed. Okay. I have some more cards, but we'll look at those later. So the world awaits you, imagine and envision. So for me, that is about what are you focusing on here? Excuse me. So the world awaits you tells me that you have the capacity in yourself to make the changes you need in your life, okay? Just a minute, I just need a sip of water. It's going to my throat. It might be significant. It might be something about communication when my throat is acting up. Okay. So the world awaits you so that you have the power within you. You have the skills, you have what you need kind of to make the changes in your life that's better for you. It's all about what you imagine and what you envision. So what are you focusing on? This is almost like, if you look at this, this is almost like the Seven of Cups in the tarot deck, okay? So it's very much about what are you focusing on? What are your desires, okay? What have you kind of envisioned for yourself? Moving forward, number two, okay? So I do, however, feel, since the card of closure comes up, that there is something that is needed to be closed off, to be done with, to be left in the past, not to bring with you when you are moving forward, okay? So something is in need of closure. Let's look at that picture a little bit closer here. You see that? Beautiful. Okay, and I'm also looking at the light there and this card. So there is help to be gained. If you need help with this, and ask your angels and guides to help you, because they are with you, they're guiding you. See, the light is with you wherever you go, kind of in that picture. Okay. Now the skeleton here says strength, and for me that tells me that you have the strength yourself, as I said, to change anything. And maybe strength is also needed in this situation where closure is needed. Okay. And to gain your strength, they're encouraging you to retreat, okay? They're encouraging you to go within and make sure that you fill up with lots of energy so that you have enough. You know, if everybody walked around filling energy into themselves to the point where it spills over, then everybody would have enough, right? But we have a tendency to pour out of our own cup without it being full. And so we get depleted real quick, okay? So this for me is kind of telling me that in order to gain your strength here, you need to go within. You need to fill up your energy within you, okay? Now, they're also saying that your luck will soon change. So, and your perseverance is rewarded. So for me, that is about staying focused on what it is that you want, okay? And if you haven't figured out what it is that you want yet, then we're back here again with going within and really feeling into what is it that makes me happy, you know? Where is it that I want to live? Who do I want to have in my life? What do I want to do for a living? And not thinking about the money or what other people want you to do, but what is in my heart? What is my heart's desire to do? And then you focus and you keep that vision within you. And then it's time to close off all the things that does not compute with what it is that you desire, okay? Because you have the card of ferocity here, the chili pepper. So I do feel like you have the want, the energy, the passion to move forward and to do something, okay? You have that energy and you have that power, you have that strength to change things within you, as long as you are balanced with energy filling up, okay? And if you are there, then the world awaits you, and then we're back, okay? So let's look at the tarot cards you got. You got the Empress, which is creativity, as this card says, yes, but it's also about growing. It's about expansion. It's about nurturing. It's about mothering something, okay? And you also have the Temperance card, moderation, okay? So it's about the balance again, as I said over here. So you need to make sure that you balance your energy, because you are in the growing spurt. You're in a moment where you are about to figure out, this is what I want to do, and jump into it. And so you're going to need all the strength you can to make this happen for you, number two, okay? Now, we're going to clarify a little bit more by pulling cards from another tarot deck. Now, I have put 6 decks of tarot around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? And I have a dice, and I'm going to roll it, and then that's the way we're going to pick your tarot deck to clarify. Okay, number 2, let's do it. Number 5. Okay, so 4, 5. So you got this deck right here, which is the Everyday Witch Tarot. Okay, so we will clarify with some cards. We will shuffle and then clarify with some cards. And after that, we're going to use the dices that you see to my right here, which are kind of Halloween-y dices. So it's a Halloween theme today, since this video is taped in October and kind of close up to the Halloween date. So if you find it at another time, of course, it was meant for you no matter what, but it was filmed right before Halloween. So that's hence the Halloween equipment. Hence my skull with the tiara. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, 5 of Cups. Okay. So there has been some sorrow. There has been some grief. There has been, maybe that's what you need to close off. And that might be also when you find what you really want to do, and you also see what it is that you need to leave behind, that it will be kind of painful for you to leave that behind. But what this card is reminding you of, though, is instead of just focusing on those spilled cups in front of you, look behind you on the table and you will see 2 other cups standing there, right? 2 filled cups. So it is also about, remember to focus on what is working, what's good for you, and then leave behind what's not. Okay, let's pull some more cards. 8 of Pentacles, the skilled worker. Yes, I do feel like you're kind of embarking on something new here, you see, number 2. I feel almost like it's a new project or a new career or a new relationship, or there's something new that's happening. And you being the skilled worker, you're being good at what you do, whether it be a job or whether it be nurturing children or a relationship or friendship or family or whatever. I feel like you're someone who has a conscience and someone who's really good at what you do. But you sometimes maybe forget to take care of yourself here. So I feel like there is a message in here for you to really start taking care of yourself. On the bottom of the deck, you got the 6 of Cups, which is nostalgia. It can be childhood. It can be stuff from the past. So a reminder maybe that something from the past needs to go. Yes, but it's also children. It's also playfulness. It's also an invitation to, as Buddha says, be the child. You know, see things with the eyes of a child. Kind of see the new things coming into your life with a new enthusiasm. Okay, so that's kind of what I feel with that. Now, let us look at a couple of small mini cards as well from this fun deck here, which is called Antiquities of Magic. Okay, so let's look at that before we roll the dice and before we look at your last card there. So pull a couple of these mini cards, additional messages from Spirit today. What do they have to tell you? Oh, the snake transformation. See, you're shedding your old skin. Oh, this is beautiful. I do feel like you are very much growing. You're growing into something new. You're shedding your old skin. You're really shifting something in your life here, number 2. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see. And you got the dog. Okay, so someone is loyal to you. There is somebody in your life that's really loyal to you. So if you were asking a question regarding a current relationship, I can tell you that there is that person that you're thinking of is actually loyal to you. Okay. Underneath the deck, oh, you got a bouquet of flowers. Oh, beautiful. That's a very good omen. That's a very good message for you. You're blooming. You're blossoming. This new thing that you are going to envision and keep your eye on and focus on is really going to pay off and bring you great joy, number 2. So let's see. We are going to roll these 5 dice series instead of the charms today. This got all sorts of pictures on it. It's kind of a Halloween-y looking dice. So that's kind of fun for this month of October. Okay, let's see. So you got the sword. The sword of truth. Yeah, you have to stand in your truth, find your truth, and stick with it and focus on it, right? That, like we talked about with the focus card here. And you also kind of got a little bushes, forest, and some leaves and stuff. So I would say nature. So are you enough outside? Are you enough in nature? Are you filling up in nature? Maybe an invitation to do that more. Use nature to fill you up with energy. Log off, okay? Most definitely. The cat might be an invitation to go inwards, to be alone a little bit. Cats are really good at telling people when they need time off, you know, when they need to, they just kind of walk off when they need to be alone. And so that's kind of an invitation for that. But I also see that there's a mouse here and there's also a wolf. So for me, it's almost like the wolf is chasing the cat's chasing the mouse. I don't know if that's significant for some of you. Okay, you have to take this as it resonates. But the wolf, of course, can be howling at the moon. The wolf can be something that feels scary. The wolf can be also, for me, it's more kind of the connection with the spiritual realm here. That it's kind of a token of wisdom and of communication with the spiritual realm, okay? Just to have that said. So you kind of have to take this as it resonates, okay? But the mouse can also be that somebody is nibbling away on something that's yours, just to have that said, okay? So you have to take it as it resonates, people. But fun dices today. Now let's look at the last card that you picked, which is the moon with the eye, and see what message you get from spirit. I am honest with myself and others. Yes, exactly. So that's what you need to do. You know, once you've found your path, once you've found your passion, once you've decided, okay, this is what I need to leave behind. This is the road I'm taking. I am going into this now. I'm growing. I am putting my work and effort into this. Then you have to tell people that, you know what, this is what I have chosen to do. Whatever you feel about it does not concern me. Okay, because this is what I want to do. This is my truth. And I'm standing in my truth and in my power. Okay. So that was pretty much all I had for you, number 2. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So I wish you the very best moving forward, number 2. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Putting away these cards real quick. So we can move over to reading number 3. Okay, number 3. So if you chose this funny looking pumpkin with the bow tie on it, then this is the reading for you. These are made by my boyfriend. He carves stuff out. Isn't that fun? I'll put it over here. It will be part of your reading. This little card that you picked will be the last card we look at today. So I'm going to put that over here. And we have some fun dices for you. We have some extra tarot cards that we're going to pick with another dice and lots of fun. But let's move right into it. What does Spirit have to tell you today, number 3? The veil, the future. Okay. Mirror. Treat your body like the palace it is. Beautiful. And you got blessings. Ah, okay. That's wonderful news. Meditation for creativity. Okay. And you also got the horse, transcendence. And you also got mandrake, impassive. And then you got the raven. Darkness looms on the horizon. Ooh. And the wolf. Beware who you trust. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, now, let's see. Okay. Yep, no, I get it. Thank you. So, okay, so I just had to have some help here. Yeah, so what they're telling me, and the thing kind of they was guiding me to was this card right here where it says the veil. So there is something that is hidden for you, okay? There is something that hasn't come to the surface yet. And so you might be feeling like you don't trust. that there is somebody in your life that you can't trust, and that there is darkness that's looming in the horizon, okay? So this might be, and you have to take this as it resonates. You have to feel into your gut what it is that's true for you, because there are different ways of looking at this. Now, it can be that this is a message of be careful who you trust, and that there is somebody who is a bit dark around you and that you can't see it, or that it's hidden from you. So this might kind of be a message to see if you can find out who or what that is, in order for you not to experience something negative. Okay, so that might be one message for somebody. There also might be that this is from the past, okay? So that the veil is about to be lifted, and you have had trust issues before, and that you have already felt like there is somebody who is a bit dark and loomy, and that you have either chosen to move away from it, or considering moving away from it, okay? So that's kind of a different way of looking at things. Now, you do have the card of the mandrake here, impassive. What am I? Okay, I'm just gonna ask them to guide me a little bit on this one. Okay. So what they're saying, I want to put that over here. So what they're saying with this is actually you don't have to do so much in order for this truth to come to the surface. It's almost like it will come all by itself, or that this person or this energy around you that's kind of on the darker side will trip in their own feet, is what I hear, okay? So you actually don't have to do anything. You can be passive, because it doesn't have to... It doesn't really need any effort on your part to come to the surface. It will be unveiled, is what I feel, if it hasn't already. They will trip in their own feet, okay? So that's kind of the message, okay? So that's one part of the reading here. Now, another part is, of course, treat your body like the palace it is. Now, that for me is about self-nourishment. It's about taking care of yourself. It's about giving yourself the time and space, treating yourself, you know, to maybe a spa treatment or a hair appointment or something nice, you know, to take care of you. There are blessings coming your way here. And I do feel like that's I feel the energy here is one energy, and the energy here is a totally different, okay? So there is a shift going on here as well. So blessings are coming, and transcendence. So I feel like that's kind of where you are growing. This is where you're growing into. Meditation for creativity. So they're inviting you to stay in alignment with who you truly are, with your light, and to use meditation often. And that might also help your physical form, okay? And there is blessings coming your way, but we will see a look at some other cards there as well. So you got 2 more tarot cards. 9 of Cups, satisfaction. Yep. And 3 of Wands, patience. Okay. So with this situation, patience, because your ships will come in. You will reach this satisfaction, this personal abundance and happiness. But there is something that needs to kind of be unveiled or show itself for you to know the truth and for you to make a choice that's best for you, is what I feel with this, okay? Let's look at some more cards. So in order for us to pick tarot deck for you today, I have a dice here, and I have 6 tarot decks around me. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. 6 down here. And so I will roll the dice, and we will see what tarot deck you get to clarify your information today. Okay? Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got the Haunted House deck. So let's shuffle. And let's look at it. So, what additional information does number 3 need today, Spirit? What additional information does number 3 need today? Oh, they popped right out. So, 5 of Wands, a disagreement. Number 3, the Empress. Okay. So this disagreement might come up once the truth has been revealed, okay? So just be prepared for that. But it is the Five of Wands. It's not swords, so it's not like a fight to the death here. It is a disagreement. It's a discussion. It's something that needs to come to the surface and be looked at. Honesty needs to come to the surface, okay? In order for you to make a decision, as I said, that is best for you. And then you get the card of the Empress, which means you will grow from this. You will learn from this. This is actually a good thing when you look at it that way, okay? Underneath the deck, you got the Knight of Wands. Yeah. So the Knight of Wands comes in with a passion. So there might be a new person coming into your life here. There might be somebody who is offering passion, who is offering fiery energy, who's offering movement, who's offering a solution, actually, okay? So I don't know who that might be for you, but you have to kind of adjust it to where you are and to what fits you. Okay, so let's see. Now we're going to pull some more cards from the Antiquities of Magic Oracle, okay? So let's do that. Wait. What other messages do you have, Spirit, for number 3 today? So, let's see. Oh, armor. Okay, so keep your armor on in this situation. You need to stand tall. Put that bubble of protection around you. Maybe invite Archangel Michael in before you get into this discussion here. So you make sure that you're protected in here. Also because of this energy being kind of gloomy and dark energy. It might be a very angry energy or on the darker side. So wear your armor when you get into that meeting, okay? Horse, forcefulness, and also gentleness. So remember to have that as a balance. Be forceful, be direct, be honest, be truthful, but also gentle, because remember that we're all the same. We are all one. All within the energy of that other person is the same as the energy within you. So give love to the spiritual being inside that person, okay? Remember that we're all one. Underneath the deck, you got the Lantern, because you are the light. You are the one that can show the light for somebody else, okay? You are the one that's connected to the spiritual realm. You are the one who understands this. You are the one who sees this. So be the light. Stay in the light and be the light for others as well. Now we're going to roll these fun little Halloweeny dices here as well instead of the charms today. Got all sorts of images on it, so it's almost like the charms. Okay, so we'll do that before we look at your last card there. Okay. So, Potion of Magic. Wonderful. And you also got the kind of Knight of Swords here. So for me, that's about standing in your truth, standing in your power. You got a fairy here with a little wand. You got an hourglass. And you got a spooky castle. Okay. Now the hourglass for me, it's telling me it's about time. It's about time to kind of take this discussion and to stand tall in your power and to say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to take this anymore. The spooky castle can of course be a Halloween celebration in a spooky house. It can also be your own house, feeling secure in your own house. Call in Archangel Michael if you don't. It can also be, I hear actually a word move. So for some of you, it can be moving away from something, moving away from a situation. Okay. That for me is truth. Yes. And then you have two kind of magical things here. So for me, that tells me that you have the magic within you. You are the one who can change the situation. Okay. You are the one who is connected. As I said, you are the light, you are the lantern, right? So use that kind of connection with your magic and with your soul space and with your higher self. See things from that perspective. Okay, see if you can use that magic to your benefit. Okay, now let's look at your last card here. You got this beautiful moon card here with the universal kind of look to it. So let's see what that is. I am open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. Wow. Now that's beautiful. Okay, so you are open and responsive to the abundance of the universe. So it's about accepting that in though. It's about connecting, as they said here, with a meditation for creativity. So are you meditating enough? Are you in enough connection here with the universal energies? Are you allowing that in? Because there is great prosperity for growth here, but you have to be in the heart space. You do not want to get into this discussion only from your brain, from your ego perspective. You want to get in there with your heart space, okay? With being, with being the light, rather, okay? But remember that you don't have to do anything for the truth to come forward, for this to be unveiled. That will happen by itself. But once that happens, you have to stand in your own truth, okay? Be ready to go into that conflict or to that discussion. It doesn't have to be a big conflict, but be ready, as in put your armor on, ask Angel Michael to come with you into that meeting, okay? Whether it be a work meeting, relationship, or friendship, or family, or whatever it is. And remember, as I said with the horse, the balancing between being firm, yes, but also having love in your heart. You are the Empress that's growing, and you're growing into this, you see. So things are really going to look a lot better for you in the future, because there are blessings coming to you, okay? But I do feel you need to get through all of this first. You need to face it. Even though it seems hard, you need to face it, and you need to speak your truth. You need to stand in your own power here. That has kind of been the theme of all 3 readings today. Standing in the power, speaking your truth, and following your bliss, following what your heart's desires, okay? So, again, back to this also. Treat your body like the palace it is. So treat yourself like the beautiful light being that it is, okay? So, yeah, I do feel like that was the main message for you today, number 3. So I hope this made sense for you guys, and I hope you liked this reading. If you did, then give it a thumbs up, please, and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, okay? Well, I wish you the very best, and happy Halloween if you are watching this at that time. Until the next time I see you, number 3. Bye.